Hi. Today we are pretty close to Ona's farm, and every time I reload the game, Greg's hut gets
Nothing to be had there.
it gets more and more messed up. Yeah, something's definitely wrong about it. But he's gonna make his way over to. Oh, shoot! Gotta run. He's gonna make his way over to the middle
There's
of all the
another of those
farms.
scummy beasts.
Ah, dang it. Yeah, now he's gonna kill all the blood flies and lurkers. So I can help it. Lurkers are not as strong as they were in Gothic 1, but well, you don't have as much defense, but they are
One less monster.
still very, very deadly. Oh, let me load that save, and we'll try again. Because I really want to get that XP. Now, maybe with some scrolls. Yeah, I still have Fireball set up. We can just
There's another of those
bonk
scummy
that guy.
beasts.
Greg aggroed.
One less monster
Dang it.
around.
Come on. Come on, Greg. Calm down. Is he...
There's another of those
Ah,
scummy beasts.
Okay. So. The last save was in the cave. I could go out, hope that Greg won't be mad at me, and clear out all the blood flies and stuff and things. I really want that XP. It's quite a lot. Don't ask me why I'm leaving. I don't actually know if we can just leave him there, to be perfectly honest, but yeah. I usually avoid him, but that time I just forgot that he doesn't wait for you over here, he waits for you at the tavern, and then you go with him to the cave. Okay, that fly is mostly dead. I probably don't want to touch the lurkers. He should avoid them. There are also two wolves over here. Get those. Check a potion. Got a lot of heavy branches. And they stack. Unlike in Gothic 1 where each weapon was in some slot. Nice lucky crit. They're not technically crits. They were crits in Gothic 1. Here they're just hits. Or whatever. So the rest of the way should be pretty clear unless there are like goblins or something. These boars are dangerous from what I remember. Yeah, should be clear. Okay, let's go and do that again. And yeah, the nameless hero feels really skinny. Well, let's override that save. I hope that Greg's not mad. I think, yeah, I hear them on the left. Let's go. Finish the job. Still have fireballs. Hopefully I won't need them. Yeah, it's just one black goblin, one regular goblin. No crits. I know, two regular goblins. But we should be fine. Nice. Okay. Let's just pick up all those heavy branches. Let me check if I still have the statue of Inos. Yeah, I do. That's great. My fireball. And now, unfortunately, we will try to avoid a couple of guys at Ona's farm. Because some of them are old friends, but some of them, they're just looking for a fight. And they will beat us up.
What
There
took
he
you
is.
so long? Found anything yet?
What is up with that hat?
Yes, I dug up a small bag of gold.
Give it here.
Here you are.
Great, so they're still there.
Oh, we've been over this. He explains all the locations, and now let's escort him to where he needs to go. I really need to cook up my meat. Now, eat some of this. That's okay. How much? 2000 more XP. Not so bad. When we're at 50 strength, we won't get anything better.
There's another of those scummy beasts.
Oh, no! Wait, did I save after the goblins? That's from yesterday. Oh, I did not.
One less monster around.
At least I cleared out the bloodflies. One lurker isn't not much of a difference. Okay, I need to reload anyway. So I need to take care of them. I have fireballs. So, not that bad. I still need to kill the goblins. Hey. Not off to a good start today. Well, it happens. So let's focus the black goblin first. He is the most dangerous, unless I can quickly dispatch any of the little ones, but yeah, if they just gang up on me and start whacking me, let's just fireball the guy. Whatever. I have the scrolls. I probably won't need them soon enough. I'll have enough strength. There we go. Now these get mad, but they also get killed. Oh no, I killed them. But if I don't pick up the treasure, then maybe Greg won't, you know, talk to me, and then I can go clear the lurkers. And speaking of that, I need fire nettle. How many fireballs do I have left? 4 of them. That's enough. That's plenty. Let's go. Things I do for XP. Yep. He is still in his lab outfit. Let's heal up just a little bit. One of those and one of these. Go. He almost got me.
Nothing to be had there.
Can I seriously not take their skins off? Ooh. That sucks. Let me kill the other one while we're at it. Oh, and I mustn't forget the wolves. Unless I got those with the bloodflies. Okay. Well, another fireball. Spells can miss. They do not home in onto the targets. Oh, a nice hit. Nice! Not even losing any HP. Now it's just this bloodfly. And this really makes me happy, because this area will now be clear. Oh, and it also reminds me, in the returning mod, in the middle of that island is a boss lurker that I think summons additional lurkers, and he gives you some stats if you kill him, I think. So I really had to do it, and I just couldn't. I think I cheesed him with ice bolts, because I froze him. So he couldn't do stuff. I don't know. Can't remember that much. But I'm super excited though. Dying Light 2 is coming like a week. I was really excited for the first 3 months of 2022 overall.
I think I found something.
Because Monster Hunter Rise came out, God of War came out on PC. Dying Light is coming out, finally. I actually had I don't have it in my room yet. I had the collector's edition of Dying Light when it came out. I'm not buying the second one though. I stopped doing that. But then there's Elden Ring coming out, of course. And then finally there is LX2 coming out, the newest Piranha Bytes game. I'm actually getting a new GPU for all of those in like a week.
What took you so long? Found anything yet?
I'm always worried when it comes to tech stuff. I just skip through this dialogue. I had the same feeling when I built the PC I'm using right now. Because I have an old PC, I needed to upgrade my processor because it was really limiting me. And with that obviously came the motherboard, came RAM. So I just scrapped the GPU that I had, my hard drives, and the PCU. And that's it. And obviously I couldn't afford to buy a GPU with all those things back then, but now, a year later, I finally can, and I'm just excited. I'm inside, believe me, my heart's racing, I'm just jumping with joy. Because it feels so great. You know? It's the simple joys in life. And obviously, good thing I saved. Yeah, see, boars are really tough. Obviously, they're limiting how many GPUs they sell because of the shortages, because of scalpers, because of miners, and we don't talk about that. But I can buy one. And I'm really happy. When I'm excited about something, I don't know if it's bad or good. When I'm excited about something, I can just talk about it for hours. Sometimes it feels like I'm annoying, but it's my show. I can talk about whatever I want. But I want to be happy on stream. I want to be me. I think that's really important. What I also think is really important is that Greg does not aggro on those piggies. Come on, dude.
There's another of those scummy beasts.
God damn it. Fireballs it is. I know for a fact that we can get boar skin. They have such a giant aggro range. I couldn't pull out my sword in time. Yeah. Gotta back off before they aggro on me, and then each time it lags when I load. It's probably because of my settings. It runs fine when you get it going, but upon load it lags a little bit. I do apologize for that. Okay, so now they will run towards me. I accidentally fireballed the same piggy twice. I gotta get the timing right. Yeah, exactly as with the wolves in returning. I think they might use the same animation as the wolves. If you look at them, they're kind of like chunky wargs with giant tusks. Horses have tusks. I know elephants do. And here are two guys that can and will beat me up if I ask them for it. I don't think they aggro on me just by themselves. But as usual, let's save. And I probably can't beat any of them. This guy we can actually recognize.
What do we have here? Don't I know you from somewhere?
Didn't you teach me acrobatics?
Who wants to know?
I'm Buster, one of Lee's mercenaries. And you had better be a little nicer to me, or I'll have your hide. All right. What do you want here?
Yeah, if I say I know Lee, I think he just says that everybody knows Lee. Because, well, they do. But both of those options, well, both of the remaining options are kinda sucky. So,
I know Lee.
Everyone knows Lee.
yeah.
That doesn't mean a thing, pal. Right now, you're talking to me. So where are you headed?
Oh well.
If you say so. I'm on my way to see the landowner.
Indeed. You don't look all that dangerous to me.
The art of negotiation, huh?
I've killed a beast or two on
Oh,
occasion.
come on, Greg.
You probably flattened a few weevils in the fields and chased a couple of rats from their holes. We're dealing with orcs here. Well, yeah, and with those scummy city guards.
Let's just roll with it.
Impressive.
That's our business, kid. We even produce our own weapons and armor. We defy death every day. But a country bumpkin like you wouldn't know about that.
Whatever you say.
Get a move on, you wimp.
Yeah, he really said that.
Yeah, so Greg only killed field beast. Only one. Oh, a field
Nothing
raider.
there.
It's some loss, but I'm not gonna cry about it. He already made me waste 4 firebolts. Just he's gonna sit in the middle of that crossroad. He's gonna stay there, okay? For the rest of eternity, or until I get him his treasure, which I will. But still. Here we have a dude. Fester. So Fester is preparing to clear out that nest. Might want to help him. Oh, I almost have 50 dark mushrooms, so eating 50 of those gives you a mana boost. Won't be needing much mana, but hey, something. So, now that we're all healed up, save. Ooh, there are a lot of them. But maybe I can pull them one by one. Yep. Come on. They're not in a pack, unlike wolves or boar. I'm seriously not as tough as I would like. My armor is kinda sucky. And I didn't land a single hit on that guy. So I can go with faster, I think. But I don't know if that'll give me the full amount of XP. You can try.
What are you doing here?
I'm preparing for battle.
Are you a good fighter?
I'm fair with a sword, but with a bow, I'm very good. Why do you ask?
Why?
Lately, the farmers have had more and more problems with field raiders. A few of them even managed to get themselves eaten. Fat Onar didn't exactly find that amusing. None of us got our pay for a week, and it was more or less my fault. Now Lee wants me to wipe out the creature's nest by myself, and the other boys have already made bets on whether I'll survive.
Where's the nest?
In the middle of the field here, in the big rock.
Big rock.
We could attack that nest together.
You want to help me? Why?
Yeah, we want to join them.
I want to join you.
Oh, so that's the way it is. You want to prove how good you are. All right. Let's attack the beast together.
Let's attack the nest.
Right now? Or do you need to equip yourself first? You could go back to the farm first.
There's no time like the present.
Good. Then let's see what you got.
Let's go. Well, I'm only level 5, so I
There's
guess I'm
another
not
of
that
those
strong
scummy
yet.
beasts.
He will probably one-shot them once he hits them. Are these arrows getting stuck on a
One
mushroom?
less
No,
monster
they actually
around.
connected. Some of the time.
One less
Okay,
monster
at least we got one. And yeah, I think if he kills them, we don't get XP.
One less monster around.
Let's see what he says. Because if I don't like it, I might just reload and get the
So,
XP.
this is where they dragged the dead farmers. Disgusting. The filthy things should all be wiped out now. Let's go back.
Yeah, I'm not saving just yet. I also remember to back up my saves in a separate folder just in case it crashes on me again. Irreparably. I plan to do that after every stream. Oh, a gold ring. And there was a potion of dexterity. I might get some dexterity, so I'm not chugging it just yet. But if we find any potions of strength,
Nothing to plunder.
I am definitely not using them yet. Not until chapter 5. Unfortunately. Bigger meat. Rusty sword. And come on. Will you help me join you or not?
Wait a minute. What about our agreement?
Well, I could get you accepted by us, but I won't.
And why not?
If I tell everybody that you helped me, they'll hit me with a new assignment. You understand I don't dig that, don't you? Capiche? Well, tough luck, kid. I'm sure you'll find someone else to help you.
Yeah, I'll hit you if you don't help me. At least I would if I was strong enough. Which I'm not. Let's go get the beasts again. Yeah. This time let's try them one by one. Unless I have some fire bolts. I have 6 of them. I could try and use them. Come on. Let's kill this one quickly. Okay. Wasn't the best. Oh, but I got a hit finally. I even got 2. Okay.
Nothing to plunder.
So the last one should be pinned against the wall. It should go fairly easily. I'm kind of running out of potions. Huh. That's weird. Maybe they aren't so plentiful. Once we get to the Valley of Mines, they will. They will be plentiful. Let's get you. On guard. Yep. Getting a nice stun lock going on. Neat. Now we can still go and talk to Fester. I believe he will just say something along the lines of, "Oh, but you didn't do anything." But that unlocks the option of bidding him up. And I think that gives us a rep with the guys. I mean, you can kind of see why they don't like him already. And if they don't like him and we beat him up, that just proves that A, we're strong, B, we don't like him either, so we're buddies. United by hatred. Which isn't that great, but it works. You know how it is. You beat each other up, go get a drink, it's all good. Just guy stuff. I don't drink with guys. All my friends are like, except for maybe 1 or 2 that are in my town, all my friends are out of town or out of country. But I make do. I think there is a stone tablet somewhere around here. That's why I'm looking all around the nest. There is an Innos shrine. Innos shrines can be very helpful if you're a paladin, I believe. You have a quest to go and cleanse them. But if you're not, once per day you can give him 100 gold, like 10 times or so, and each of those gives you some stats. I don't know if it's just health. I think it's also strength and dexterity, which is really cool because it's not free stats, but gold is way less worth than... it's worth way less than skill points. So yeah, it's free in that sense. Right, Vesta. Buddy boy. You're just going
Wait
to
a
train
minute.
over here? So maybe instead of asking to join, let's ask him for gold and see if he gives us any. So, I just said that gold isn't worth that much. Just to be safe, maybe that that switches a trigger for some of the other NPCs, I don't know. Unless this spawns another field raider, but I don't think so. Yeah, the nest is empty. We're almost at the next level.
So, this is where they the filthy things. Let's go back.
Wait a minute.
Do we actually need to go back?
What about our agreement?
Are you kidding?
See?
You didn't do anything for it.
Yeah. I mean, he only registers kills that we do once we're with him, as you could see by the previous engagement. He did say, well, he didn't say that we didn't do anything, but yeah, he doesn't do anything for us either way, and that's Sentenza. Sentenza really likes our gold. Guess what I'm doing with it?
Where do you think you're going?
I wanted to have a look around, that's all.
There's a heap of trouble here for men like you. Are you telling me you just want to look around? Ha! So you're headed for the farm. Why else would you have trudged all the way here, hmm? So don't give me any of that bullshit, and let me search you and you can go on your way.
Search away.
Suit yourself. Search me then.
Now then, let's see what we have here. You came all this way without any gold? It doesn't look to me like you're starving. You must have hidden the dough somewhere, right? Anyway, you aren't stupid. I'm sure we'll meet again. Watch out for yourself until then. You're probably the only one who knows where all your gold is. I only want 50 gold pieces from you. That's the toll here. And you only need to pay once. That's fair, isn't it?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that does sound fair. I thought he, like the priest in Corinis, he takes a percentage of your gold, but...
Here's your 50
Go
gold
ahead.
pieces.
Well, thanks. That'll do.
Yeah, and I think that also helps us with joining them.
I have come to join you.
Nice for you. Do you understand that the mercenaries are going to vote whether you get to join them or not?
Will you vote for me?
But then, why not? 50 gold pieces is a fair price for a vote, don't you think?
Yeah, see?
And? How are things?
Not many people come this way, but up to now, every one of them has paid my toll.
Great. Yeah, if you don't pay, he has his buddies. And if you try and go around him, that guy over there yells for him, and Sentenza isn't very happy about that. He just starts beating you up. He doesn't even ask for the money anymore. That's Raul. Raul is...
What do you want?
He's an ass.
Nothing amazes me anymore. I want to join up with Lee.
Lee won't have much to say around here if he keeps on this way.
What do you mean?
He wants us all to sit around here and twiddle our thumbs. Intimidate a few farmers now and then, and that's it.
Been there, done that.
Silvio always says offense is the best defense, and damn right he is.
Who is Silvio?
Our next leader, if you ask me. If you plan on asking him if you can join us, forget it. You look like you're barely good for herding sheep.
I'll hurt your mom.
I couldn't get away with that.
I want to have a look around the farm.
Don't go into the building on the left. Silvio's in there. He's not in a good mood right now. If he sees a weakling who doesn't belong on the farm, he might get the idea of venting his bad mood on him.
I've got no time for things like that.
Gotcha.
Tell me that isn't true.
Well, regarding Silvio, my nose is so itchy. If we manage to beat him up, we get a strength stew from Tekla over there. But Silvio is like the toughest guy in here. Well, that's Wolf. He's our buddy. Remember him?
Doing all right?
Hey, I know you. From the colony. What do you want here?
Sooner or later.
I've come to join you.
Why not? I've got nothing against it. Anyway, you freed our mine from the guards back then.
Oh, we did.
But don't count on getting along with the others here so easily. A lot of newbies have come along since then. And some of the old mercenaries won't remember you. I almost didn't recognize you. You look rather haggard.
When the barrier fell, I barely got away with my life.
Looks like you got lucky then.
Do you have anything to sell?
Oh, don't ask. Bennett, one of the new guys, takes care of the weapons and armor now. In the colony, I was responsible for Lee's entire weapons store. And then along came a trained smith and pow, I'm out of a job. I desperately need a new job, even if all I do is guard the farms out there. I don't care, just as long as I'm not twiddling my thumbs here anymore.
Yeah, we can actually help him out with that.
Have you tried finding a job in town?
In the city? Wild horses couldn't drag me there. Or do you think I would want to work there as a militia soldier? I can just imagine myself in the courtier's uniform. And then that obsession with obedience. Nah, forget it. There may not be anything to do here on the farm, but at least I can do what I want.
Can you teach me anything?
I can teach you a few tricks in handling a bow if you want. I don't have anything better to do right now anyway.
Been there, done that.
Okay, well, I don't really care about archery. Let's talk to some of the guys. There's Cypher wearing an orc axe. I have no idea where he got that from.
How are things?
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
You sure do,
It's
Weedman.
possible.
I used to deal in swamp weed back in the colony. Remember?
I want to join Lee's people.
Lee's people.
Right.
If Lee keeps on this way, they soon won't be his anymore.
Why?
Lee has always been a quiet one. It was that way in the colony, too. But lately, he's overdoing it. He just wants to sit here and wait until the paladins drop dead from starvation. Silvio thinks we should clean up a bit on the small farms and outside the city. I think that would make for an excellent change. At the moment, most of us are just twiddling our thumbs here. Do you want to join up anyway?
I'll let him finish, but this guy looks like Gomez. Did Gomez like fake his death in Gothic 1 and join up with the mercenaries and no one noticed? That's my headcanon.
I want to become one of you no matter what.
You already know that we take a vote on every new recruit.
What are you hinting at?
Well, I haven't had anything to smoke in a long time. Bring me a few swamp weed reefers and you got my vote. You can surely scare some up someplace.
Yeah, I think we need like 10.
And what are you dealing in now?
Ah, don't ask. I brought a whole package of swamp weed with me from the mining colony. Many of the mercenaries like a little smoke now and then. I've earned a small fortune on the side. But some bastard stole all the weed from my chest. I'm pretty sure it was that Bodo. He bunks in the same room as me, and he always grins at me like such an idiot.
What are you going to do about the thief then?
One of these days, I'll catch him puffing away on my weed. And then, I'll find a quiet spot and teach him a lesson he won't forget. If I knock him down here in the middle of the yard, the other farmers will notice, and I'll pay an arm and a leg.
How come?
Quite simple. We can't rough up the farmers, otherwise Lee makes us pay a heavy fine. That's the way Onar wants it. And the more witnesses there are, the more of a fuss there is. That makes things more expensive. So I'll pull the thing off nice and inconspicuously.
I'm sure he will. Excuse me, I think I... This... for the
Off myself.
team.
That doesn't surprise me.
Okay. Well,
Show me your wares.
I don't
need
have
like
any swamp weed at the moment.
10 or
Something else.
15 stalks of weed for him. Other than that, yeah, his inventory is pretty terrible, but we can find his wheat package. I don't know if you remember, but we heard someone talking about finding some weed in the port town.
I never knew that.
Don't remember who said that, but yeah, he suspects Bodo. Bodo is like just a farmer, like one of these guys. Yeah, that's Bodo. Kind of like Sam from Lord of the Rings. But if we come over here, that's Bennett. Bennett is a bro. I love Bennett. Bennett's the best.
Can't rely on that.
This guy has some weed.
What are you smoking there?
Want a toke?
Sure.
You don't have to ask me that. I wouldn't have done that.
I couldn't get away with that.
Not bad, huh?
Where did you get the stuff?
Those are all just rumors.
You don't have to tell me that.
First,
That's nothing.
like I don't know.
I wouldn't have done
I have my sources.
Rely on that.
I'm not good with slang.
I'd have gone about it differently. I want to join the mercenaries. Do you mind?
Who cares?
More, believe me.
That's not what I heard. Do you do anything besides smoke?
Not at the moment.
You don't have to tell me that.
Cypher told me that someone stole a package of swamp weed from him.
Nobody ever asked me.
No one really wants to hear that.
Would you know anything about that?
No.
That's totally obvious.
That's no secret.
Where's the package?
What do I know?
There've been all kinds of rumors. Who said
Okay,
that?
if we beat him, he won't vote for us. I don't think his vote really matters, but
Those are all just
let's be cautious.
And that's the truth.
Now, we can go inside there, but I don't want to stir up any trouble. Let's talk to Bennett.
I
Bennett's
do
the
not
best.
sell any weapons. Khaled does. He's in the house with Onar.
What kinds of weapons do you make?
Plain swords at the moment, not much else. But if I had some magic ore, I can forge weapons that are better than all comparable weapons made from regular old steel. You wouldn't happen to know where to find some around here. Besides in the Valley of Mines, I mean.
No.
Of course not.
You don't have to tell me that.
Well, I do. I know where to find some, and I will.
Are you with the farmers or the mercenaries?
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I was just curious.
Have you ever seen a farmer who also forges weapons?
No.
Then why do you ask such stupid questions?
I could see that happening, you know, and somewhere around one of the two world wars, we in Poland actually had guys with scythes, and they would reforge them because, you know, scythe is kind of a terrible weapon. It's curved downwards like that, so you can sow wheat and stuff. And they would make them sit upright like glaives, basically, and apparently they were really threatening. So yeah, I definitely could see a farmer forging weapons.
Where did you pick that up?
I want to join the mercenaries.
Stop blabbering then. Go to Torloff and let him put you to the test.
Okie dokie.
I've got no time for things like
Can you teach me how to forge a sword?
Sure. That'll cost you a bit, though. Let's say 30 gold pieces.
Not so much. Sure.
Fine. Here's 30 for you.
And that was a damn good price, too. We can start as soon as you're ready. Benar himself was after him.
Ah, 2 learning points. Damn it.
Teach me how to forge magic ore weapons.
But you don't even know the basics. First, you need to learn how to forge a decent sword. Then we'll see. Didn't get that from me.
I guess we will.
What about forging equipment?
What do you need?
Yep, he sells stuff. Sells raw steel. I don't think he has an infinite amount of it. Carl does. So, if you got an apprenticeship with Harad, the blacksmith in Korinis, you can beat up Carl, the other blacksmith in Korinis, when he sits by the furnace. Because then the game just spawns steel into his inventory, and you can get infinite steel that way, and you can make infinite swords that way, and you can make infinite money that way, because you can sell the swords that you forge to Harad. It's kind of a glitch, and Bosper needed an apprentice, and there are plenty of animals and plenty of skins on those animals for Bosper, so it should be enough money for any of my needs, and that's Torlov.
What do you want from me?
If he doesn't see that.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Oh, and why do you think I should be in favor of you being accepted here?
All along. Will it ever change?
Put me to the test.
Did Lee send you to me?
No.
Then what are you blathering at me for?
Anything from me. Tell me you didn't know
Well, let's go to see Lee then.
Hey, where you think you're going?
To the house, of course.
Onar pays us not to let guys like you in here.
I want to talk to Lee.
What do you want from him? That doesn't surprise me. Is it really true?
Well, I don't know that anyone could just say that, so they just
Nothing amazing.
tell the truth. Even though both of them are true.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Fresh cannon fodder. Then go on in. Lee's in the right wing. Don't even think about wandering around anywhere else. But above all, leave Onar alone. He doesn't like it when people talk to him without being asked. Especially not guys like you.
Sure.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it. That was obvious all along.
Who the devil let you in here? What are you doing here? I thought you were dead.
What makes you think that?
Gorn told me it was you who brought down the barrier.
Yes, that was me, all right.
I never would have thought that a man could survive something like that. What brings you here? You aren't here without a reason.
I want to join you.
I'd hope you say that. I can use every able man here. The last mercenaries I accepted have done nothing but stir up trouble. In principle, you can start right away. Well, first there's one or two things we need to get straight, but it's no big deal.
Sure.
What do I have to get straight before I can join you?
Onar, the landowner, is the one who employs us. You can only stay on the farm with his approval. And then there's the boys. I can only accept you if a majority of the mercenaries agree that you join us. But don't go to Onar before everything is straightened out. He's a very impatient fellow.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
How can I convince the mercenaries to vote me in?
By doing what is expected of you as a mercenary, I should say. Talk to Torlov. He's usually outside in front of the house. He'll put you to the test. If you can pass that, you should have earned a large part of the necessary respect. He'll tell you everything else you need to know.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Gorn told you about me? What happened to him?
You remember him, don't you?
That's been known a long time.
Sure.
He got caught by the Paladins and was sent back to the Valley of Mines with a penal convoy. If the road to the Valley of Mines wasn't plastered with Paladins and Orcs, I'd have sent a couple of the boys already to free him. But the way things are, there's no point. Poor devil.
We'll get him.
I absolutely must talk to the paladins in town. Can you help me get to them?
What's your business with the Paladins?
That's a long story.
I've got time.
Zardoz sent me on a mission. He wants me to obtain a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos.
So you're still allied to that necromancer. I see. And the Paladins have this amulet?
As far as I know, yes.
I can help you get to the Paladins, but first you need to become one of us.
Sure.
How can you help me get to the paladins?
Trust me, I've got a plan. I think you're the right man for it. I'll take you to the Paladins, and you'll do me a favor. But first, join us.
Okie dokie.
That's really not my problem.
What do you know about the Ring of Water?
I might have known. You just have to mingle in everything, don't you?
Come on, tell me.
I'm only marginally involved in this. I know that this secret guild exists here and that the water mages are behind it. Since the fall of the barrier, I am no longer bound to the agreement I came to with the water mages back then. Of course, I still help when I can, but most of the time, I have my own problems and barely any time for other things. If you want to know more about it, you should probably talk to Cord. He's one of them, as far as I know.
Nice.
What exactly are you doing here?
Quite simple. I'm gonna see to it that we all get off this island. Onar hired us to defend his farm, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. But our reward is more than just our pay. By helping the farmers, we cut the city off from its provisions. And the less the paladins have to eat, the sooner they'll listen when I finally make them an offer of peace.
What is your offer going to look like?
Essentially, it will be about our pardons and free passage to the mainland. You'll learn more when the time comes.
So it's a low-key siege. Got it. Now, DJ Khaled.
Everything fine with you?
So, you want to join us then, hmm? Do you even have a decent weapon?
Can you help me with that?
Would you mind if I joined you?
Once you have passed the test, I shall vote for you.
What weapons do you have to offer?
Only the best. Just take a look at them.
Ooh, that does look promising. A lot of two-handers. Yeah, I'd like that, but I don't have nearly enough strength for it. Yikes. Leather belt. No, I have the strength belt on though.
How did you end up with the mercenaries?
I came with Silvio from the south. We belong to an army of mercenaries which fought against the orcs.
What's your opinion of Silvio?
He's a dangerous fella, and many of the mercenaries who came with him this far listen to what he says. Better not pick a fight with him.
What's your opinion of Lee?
I think that the only thing Lee is really interested in is getting away from this island. He wants to go to the mainland. Seems to have a bone to pick with someone there. At any rate, he does a far better job than Silvio ever could. Moreover, he's a good leader. Most of the time, we can do whatever we want here.
It's nice. Well, it's getting dark. I know we can sleep in the bunkhouse over here.
And there's more.
Well, let's go meet Cord, who is still training. This time by himself, though.
If you have a problem with wolves or field raiders, go talk to one of the younger mercenaries. You can come to me when the paladins show up here.
What?
Whenever one of you peasants comes to me, it's always about slaughtering innocent beasts.
I'm not a peasant.
Oh? What is it you want, then?
He really said that. No one really wants to hear that.
I want to become a mercenary.
You look more like someone who'd been born to work in the field, boy. Can you wield a weapon, then? So, how about one-handed weapons?
Well...
And two-handed weapons, then?
I'm surely gonna get better.
In other words, you're a damn greenhorn. Each mercenary needs to be able to rely on his comrades. All our lives depend on that. As long as you barely know how to wield a weapon, you're in the wrong place here.
Yeah, so he only agrees if we don't have a rookie level of fighting with any of the melee weapons. So we need like 30%, I think. It is quite a lot, it's quite a few levels, but he does make a point. I probably should start dumping some of my points into that instead of strength. But I'm not completely convinced on that yet.
I've heard that you belong to the Ring of Water.
What rat has not been able to keep his big trap shut?
Lee told me about it. Lares said you could help me if I told you that I reside beneath his wing.
Looks like I've got a deal with you now, doesn't it? All right. So what do you need? And be damn careful about what you tell me. For if I don't like what I hear, I just might skin you alive.
That's all just gossip. No better off myself.
Yeah, I want your weapon, I want your armor. You can ask him to teach us to fight, and that's the most important thing, helping us join the mercenaries.
You could help me to get accepted by the mercenaries.
I can just see it now. Right, I'll try. What else?
Teach me how to fight.
All right, what else?
That's it.
That's all.
That shouldn't be too hard. And woe betide you if I hear that you can't keep your trap shut. And I'm only saying this once, understand?
Help me become a mercenary.
Let me think. You've got to get past Torloff if you want to make any progress here. Have you already seen Torloff about it?
Not really.
So go ahead. Take care of it and then come back here.
Okie dokie. Before we go and sleep, let's visit that eating hall. It's not a tavern. Looks like a tavern, but it's not. This building. No, those two. You do not want to talk to, okay? These guys are fair game. Jarvis is cool.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible. I was in the colony too.
Right. What do you want?
I want to become a mercenary.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Where's the problem?
Well, I either have to vote for you or against you. And in the situation we're in, I'll only vote for you if I can be sure that you're on Lee's side.
Dude, do you know who I am?
How's the situation?
Right now, we've got real trouble. Two factions are building up amongst us mercenaries. Silvio and his people doubt that Lee is following the right plan.
How come there are two factions?
Most of us came out of the colony with Lee back then, but some of the mercenaries hooked up with us later. They didn't come from the colony, but were farther south fighting the Orcs. Somehow they got wind that Lee needed people. Their leader was Silvio. He agreed that Lee was in charge, but now he's trying to stir up the mercenaries against him and his plan. A lot of Lee's people don't think that it's a big problem, but I know guys like Silvio. He'll go to extremes to realize his ideas.
That could be admirable if he wasn't such a dick.
Do you know what Lee's intentions are?
Lee wants us to wait and starve the paladins in the city. He is planning to get us all away from the island, and Enos knows I've got nothing against getting away from here. I don't really know how he's planning to go about it, but I trust him. He's led us well so far.
Do you know what Silvio is planning?
Silvio found out that some of the paladins have moved out to the old colony. He says the rest of the paladins wouldn't dare to attack us here, and wants to take advantage of the situation. Plunder the small farms, waylay the militia patrols outside the city, hold up travelers, things like that. But Lee thinks that would be the worst thing we could do in our situation.
Yeah, probably. Lee is the more strategic type, and Silvio seems to be the typical warlord.
So what should I do?
Simple.
I mean, Lee was
Lead up a few
general.
of Silvio's boys. That way both sides will know exactly where you stand. And if you stick to the rules for a duel, you'll even win the respect of the others.
Duel, huh? Well, maybe one day.
What are the rules for a duel?
Go to Torloff and let him explain it if you're interested. Just so we understand each other. I don't care if you stick to the rules or not. Just as long as the boys wind up out cold in the mud.
Sure.
Which of the mercenaries are Silvio's men?
There are 6 men. First of all, Silvio himself and his right-hand man, Bulko. Then there's Rod, Sentenza, Fester, and Raoul. The rest of the people are either neutral or on Lee's side.
How many of Silvio's people should I defeat?
If you knock 3 of them to the ground, then you've proven which side you're on. Whom you choose is your business. Just one little hint. This isn't about proving your courage. Don't go up against Silvio himself. He'll make mincemeat out of you.
No doubt. Well, we can get 2 of them fairly easily. So that's Fester and Raoul.
What are you doing here in my kitchen?
I'm looking for work.
You want to work here on the farm? Only Onar can decide that. The farm is his, and so is the entire valley.
That's exactly what I said.
Actually, I was planning to join the mercenaries.
So you're another of those felons from the penal colony? I might have known. Just leave me alone. There's already enough of your kind around here.
But I'm helpful.
What's your problem with the mercenaries?
Ah, those morons really get on my nerves, especially Silvio and his fat buddy Bulco. The two of them have been sitting in their corner for days now, making life miserable for me. The soup's too hot, the meat's too tough, etc. and so forth.
Then why don't you do anything about it?
And what am I to do, Mr. Smarty Pants? Whack them with my rolling pin? I can do that to the farmers, but these lowly bastards just hit back.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah. Ooh, not gonna make any promises, but hey.
Want me to teach the two of them some manners?
You better not try that, honey. As far as I know, Silvio has magic armor. He can't be defeated.
What about Bulco?
That guy is as strong as an ox. So far, he has flattened anyone who tried to mess with him or Silvio.
Something smells delicious here.
Oh, yes. I know the likes of you. They're swarming all over the place. First, they try to get on your good side, and then when you need them, they're nowhere to be seen.
I'm hungry.
I don't dish out food to tramps. I only feed people who work. And that mercenary riffraff, of course.
Do you really think?
I need a place to sleep.
Don't even think about sleeping in my kitchen. Go find yourself a place in the barn.
Yeah, so I think she can give us 2 or 3 pieces of strength enhancing stew or goulash. Hi guys, by me, I'm gonna sleep well and feel rested in the morning, as you do. And now let's talk to Orlov.
All that matters is strength.
What are the rules for a duel?
Quite simple. Both opponents have to have the opportunity to draw their weapons before the first blow. You can't just go and belt one of the men without warning. There has to be some sort of spoken challenge, an insult, or another reason to fight. None of the other men will interfere in a fight like that, unless one of the two gets killed in the duel.
Nothing amazes me. That's all just gossip.
Can you help me improve my abilities?
I could show you how to use your strength better in close combat. A lot of fighters are very weak because they don't have the technique to use their strength properly. The same is true for dexterity and ranged weapons.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Put me to the test.
Did Lee send you to me?
He said you would help me.
Fine, so here we go. There are 2 things you have to do before you can join us. First, you have to prove that you're capable of mastering the tasks that you will have to fulfill as a mercenary. I'll put you to the test. And second, you have to earn the respect of the other mercenaries.
You just have that all along.
What about you? Will you vote me in?
If you can prove that you can fulfill the duties of a mercenary, yes.
Naturally.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
What are my duties as a mercenary?
Onar hired us for 2 reasons. He wants us to keep the militia off his back, and he wants us to keep things in order on his farms. That includes collecting the rent when the small farmers won't pay. So, what'll it be?
Okay, dealing with militia involves killing 2 guys. And collecting the rent involves threatening an old man, which is morally questionable, but way easier.
Let me collect the rent.
Good. Listen, the farmer Sekab hasn't paid his rent to Onar for weeks. Onar wants him to cough up 50 gold pieces. Any questions?
Where is Sekob's farm?
Just gossip.
In the north of the valley. Looking from here, that's to the right at the big crossroads. If you have problems, the farmers in the fields will help you find your way around the area.
Gotcha.
Nobody will learn anything.
Well, how can I earn the respect of the other mercenaries?
For most of them, it'll be enough if you fulfill your task and pass my test. But you'll have to find some other way of convincing some of them. Some will try and exploit your situation, and others may not like your mug. You should try to get along with as many of the boys as possible. But if nothing else helps, then you can always take part in a duel. If you win, you'll learn to respect the most of them. But watch out that you don't kill one of them by accident, because then you'll have a big problem.
Don't tell me he doesn't know that.
Yeah, so now let's go and talk to court about it. Cypher did say that he suspects Bodo stole his weed, but I for a fact know that he didn't. And he's a farmer, so let better not trouble him.
Help me become a mercenary.
Let me think. You've got to get past Torloff if you want to make any progress here. Have you already seen Torloff about it?
Yes, that's with the test and everything.
What test would that be?
I'm supposed to collect the rent at Sekob's farm.
Ah, yes. That's easy. Listen, come back tomorrow. I'll have taken care of it by then. But you're going to have to do something for me in return.
And what would that be?
Not far from here, to the southeast, there's a small bandit camp in the mountains. If you go southeast from here, you'll soon see the tower there. One of my people, Patrick, left several days ago to do business with those varmints. Well, I told him it was a rotten idea, but that idiot wouldn't listen to me. I assume they've made short work of him, but I don't know for sure. You're going to find out for me.
Yeah, I think Torlov's task is way easier. I don't know where I have my last save. Because I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reload. Because, well, getting money off of a farmer, yeah, it's easier. But it doesn't really make the guys that impressed. I don't know if it actually matters, but beating up 2 militiamen is way more respectable. So yeah, might wanna go back and do that, but let's just run with this for now.
Sure that they won't make short work of me too?
The fact that I know the name of their leader, it's Dexter.
This helps.
You'll simply claim that you know the guy. His men will think twice before they wring your neck just for the heck of it. It could still get dangerous, of course, but you can handle that.
Can I? Yeah, let's see where my last save was. It was a long time ago. Basically before I talked to any of them. I'll just try and get through this as quick as possible. We just gotta talk to people. Come on. Go.
What do you think? A lot.
Yep. 50 gold, ask him about... You can ask him to give me back my gold, but... Okay... Then he will just beat me up. Also, Raoul.
Of course we got him in the end.
What do you want?
We got some business with him.
I wanna...
Don't go into the building if he sees a...
I can't believe that.
I
want to
Lee won't have much to say around here if he keeps...
What do you mean?
He wants us all to sit...
Yeah, we talked to him already.
That's the truth.
Nothing
There we
amazes
go.
me anymore.
That's Rod. We didn't talk to him yet, and we won't for a little while.
I don't know.
Let's just exhaust all the dialogues.
I've got no time for things like that.
Tell me you didn't know that. I would have thought of that.
Why haven't I heard about this before? I've got no
Okay.
time for things like that.
Because we didn't talk to Hodges either, but
Hey,
we don't need to yet. Rather, I just want to go through all this as quickly as possible. Okay, Tekla.
What are you doing? You all.
Why haven't I heard about this
Don't.
before?
You that?
There we go.
Do you really think?
Then Cypher.
myself.
And
Hey.
Gomez.
Tell me that isn't
I'm not telling you anything new. And if I am, I will move it. I am. Oh, you what?
Okay, do I have any swamp meat, by the way? I didn't check. I have 4. Does it say some stocks of swamp meat? I think it's 10.
I could have told you that.
Not sure, but
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I couldn't care less.
there you are. You will offer me some weed. Sure, let's take it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
You don't have to tell me that.
You don't have to ask me.
Not.
Let's go see Lee, and then Torlov, and then Horde.
I have.
There we go. And if I can't beat the militiaman, well, I'll figure something out. I still have some scrolls up my sleeve.
You listen to the wrong people.
That's no secret.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Yeah, we don't wanna beat him up, even if we could. Then he won't vote for me. Oh, Wolf! How could I forget? Wolf, buddy.
You don't have to tell me that.
Tell me you didn't know that. He really
Of course, you have my own opinion about that.
Telling me that isn't true.
all that matters is strength. So don't tell me that.
Okay,
I used to say that much.
done and done.
I never knew that. Don't tell me you didn't know that. Hey,
Tell me that isn't true.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
nothing amazing.
Then Lee. It's probably best if I save now.
I can't help it.
Just so I don't have to do this yet again. Save. Okay. Looks fine.
Who did?
There's Lee.
How? You.
Really have known better.
And put.
Been there.
Okay. Now DJ Khalid.
He's.
Okay. Now it's Torlov time. And this time we pick the militia quest.
But no, he insisted he
Save yet again.
I never knew
Hey.
that.
What do you want from me?
Done that. That's all just gossip.
Rules of the duel.
That's all. If he doesn't see
Abilities.
No one really wants to hear that.
And I want to join the mercenaries. Put me to the test. Yep.
you listen to the wrong people.
No one really wants to hear that.
You really didn't deserve that.
Will it ever change?
What are my duties? Is it?
Onar hired us for that includes so.
Yeah, okay. I'll deal with the militia. I'll try.
I'll deal with the militia. Don't worry.
The farmer Bengar has complained that lately the militia from the city has been getting on his nerves.
That doesn't.
You're pressuring the farmer, probably trying to make him break with Onar. I want you to go to his farm and make it clear to the militia that they have no business there. Questions?
Never knew that.
How can I find Bengar's farm?
In the southwest of the valley is a big stairway that leads to a high plain. That's where Bengar's farm is. If you get lost, ask the farmers in the fields how to find your way around the area.
Bad business. You hardly know who to believe.
Now we go to Cord and ask him for help with that, because it will be fairly tough.
Would have thought of that himself.
But we still
Hey.
have a lot
If you
of
have a
dialogue
problem-
to skip.
I agree with you completely.
I only train mercenaries.
Yeah. But you will train me.
That was obvious all along.
Of course, we got him in the end.
So,
That's all.
That shouldn't be too hard. And woe betide you if I hear that you can't.
Really didn't deserve
help me.
Help me become a mercenary.
Let me think. You've got to get past Torloff if you want to make any progress here. Have you already seen Torloff about it?
Yes, that's with the test and everything.
What test would that be?
I'm supposed to drive the militia away from Bengar's farm.
Ah, yes. That's easy. Listen, come back tomorrow.
Wait,
I'll have
is
taken
that
care
the
of
same
it by then.
thing?
But you're going to have to do something for me in return.
And what would that be?
Okay.
Not far from here, to the southeast. Well, I told him...
Yeah, that's the exact same quest.
And what makes
The fact that I know the name of their leader, it's Dexter. His men will think twice. It could still get, but you can handle.
Yeah, okay. Sure. By tomorrow? Sure thing. No biggie. Because yeah, 2 militiamen is pretty hard. It's about the same as the fight with the mercenaries at Akil's farm. But there we had the farmers, and here I don't think we will. Also, this is Pepe.
What are you doing here?
Guarding sheep. And if possible, staying out of trouble.
Doesn't always work, does it?
Nah, especially not with the mercenaries. I'm really glad to be out here in the pasture, although it can be dangerous too.
What's so dangerous in the pasture?
There's a small pack of wolves that roams the area. Lately, the damn beasts have come by and eaten one of my sheep almost every day. A few days ago, I had almost twice as many sheep. I don't want to think what Onar will do to me when he finds out.
Why didn't you tell the mercenaries about the wolves? I thought they worked for you.
Yeah, I know. I should have done that, but I didn't, damn it. And now, with so many sheep gone, I'm afraid to tell anyone about it at all.
But you just told me.
Yeah.
I'm already regretting that too.
What if I killed those wolves?
You? By yourself? I don't believe it. I'd sooner trust my bellwether to do that.
Forget it. It was just a suggestion. I'll go over to the boys and see what they say about it.
Wait a minute. Okay, you're the greatest and you can take on 100 wolves at once, no problem. Mostly they lurk between the trees near the pasture. I think there were only 4.
Only 4. I don't know if I can handle 4 wolves at once. But I will sure try. Let's go. I think I'll get 1 more level into strength. And then I'll try leveling up my 2-handed. Though it would be nice to get up to 6 years. I don't have any weapons anyway. Oh, they're young wolves. I messed up. I messed up really badly. Also, I didn't get any hits. Yeah. Okay. Should have just focused that one the entire time. I can totally do this if they're young. Unless there's like 1 or 2 regular wolves, but still. Come on, buddy. The rest will aggro once he runs towards me, I think. Okay, but we'll get him first. Or not. He stayed well out of my range. Yeah, I need to do something about that. Maybe I could try using firebolts. It seems like a waste. I'll just put it off until later and let's go see those bandits. Maybe they'll level me up. I doubt it, but ooh, I could do a spicy thing. We could kill some trolls. But if I remember correctly, there could be a snapper here. Unless it was like a returning thing. Mod. Yeah, I think in returning there was a dragon snapper even right here. Wasn't very fun. Hitting apps, fire nettle. So yeah, let's go troll hunting. Shouldn't be too hard with how Gothic 2 works. The damage calculations work a little bit differently than Gothic 1. In Gothic 2 you actually have a minimum amount of damage that you can deal. In Gothic 1 you could have just not dealt any damage.
Everything all right?
Ah, an unfamiliar wanderer. I am very busy, so what do you want?
What are you doing here?
Well, the things a woodcutter and hunter usually do.
What interesting things are there to see here?
Interesting is well put. If you go deeper into the woods here, you'll run into some very evil fellows. They're about 10 feet tall, hairy, and in a really bad mood. So don't go there if you're not strong enough for them.
Can you teach me something about hunting?
Sure, but first get me something decent to eat. I'm dying of hunger out here. I want a bottle of milk, a loaf of bread, and a fat ham. Then I'll teach you what you want.
I don't know if I have the milk. Yeah, I only have water. But we are next to a farm, so... Even though they didn't have any cows, they had sheep. Sheep can be milked, right? Goats can. Yeah, I'm fairly... yeah. Over here we make cheese out of sheep milk. It's really, really tasty. Oh, a lucky hit on that second wolf. And you might wonder, how am I supposed to take on a troll? Well, fairly easily. You can do it with just about any weapon. Just go to his butt and you whack him in the butt. That's it. He spins around and you whack him in the butt. The big dumb idiot can't do anything about it. You can even take down a black troll with that. It's normally a super hard enemy. This does take a while though. I don't think my hits deal any more damage than my non-hits do. Oh, maybe. I'm just watching his health bar. But yeah, it's going down really slowly. And there's a second one there too. You really don't want to get punched by one of these fellas. Almost there. He should give us some nice XP though. I'm guessing 300? Maybe 500. I wish. Well, that's nice. And we got a troll hide. Now, while I was spinning around like a maniac, I spotted this plant. Meadow knotweed. Now let's save just in case I mess anything up. And let's go. Same thing. I think it's faster to just do single hits. Not much to say about it. But I think there is a nice sword somewhere around here. I mean, it's an area guarded by 2 trolls. You'd imagine they would put something nice in here, right? Almost there. Come on. more. There we go. Oh, a stone tablet of something. I think it was a stone tablet of archery. And we got a rapier. Which is pretty damn good if you're going for dexterity. It's 50 dexterity and 100 damage. That's like a 50 strength sword equivalent with 50 damage. But it also gives you one-handed. Then we have King Sorrel, a fairly rare plant, and a nice bow. A bow. Not a short bow, it's just a bow. I thought that the Master Sword, or whatever it was called, could be here, but no, it was a rapier, which is still really good. If you're going for dexterity, and to be honest with you, I've never tried going for dexterity in Gothic. Don't know why, just not up my alley, I guess, and it's fairly hard to pull off. So I could try that one day. But I think this is it. Let's go and see if the woodcutter / hunter has anything to say about this. Oh, almost at the level up mark. Nope. Too bad the mercenaries won't accept me just based on that, huh? I wish. Well, let's go see the bandits then. Then we'll probably go sleep. And in the morning, hopefully Cord will have taken care of our problem. Let's save. Always save. Just to be sure. Oh! Damn it. I know there's some funky stuff to get here, but I would need to kill most of the bandits. And that's just not possible for me right now. There we go. There's a guy on the bridge.
Halt! You can't go through here.
I want to talk to your leader.
Oh, I see. You want to talk to my boss. Well, then of course I'll let you through. But only if you know his name. Because if you don't, I'll be obliged to kill you. Well?
Dexter.
Dexter.
Well, I guess you know the boss. Okay, I'll let you through. But I'm warning you, you get too close to anybody, you won't get out of here alive. So take a deep breath and leave your weapons where they are. You'll find Dexter in the house.
Exactly what I said. You don't have to ask.
You a stone tablet. Please don't mind. It was a stone tablet of life energy 3.
That's nothing new.
That's real good. And we were looking for simple way to the mercenaries. Patrick.
Been there, done that.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Guys, know any Patrick? I seriously don't want to talk to Dexter about it. Oh well. Because I know that this... I think this could mess up a later quest with Greg. But we'll try. Hey, Dexter.
Who's here? The great emancipator. Well, hero, what are you doing here?
I'm looking for a few answers.
I never thought you'd come here voluntarily.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I've been looking for you. Haven't you seen any of my wanted posters? They all bear your mug. Oh yes, you're very much wanted. Didn't you know that?
So, what do you want from me?
Me? Nothing whatsoever. But my boss is hell-bent on seeing you dead. So he wants me to find you and bring him your head.
A mercenary named Patrick's been seen here.
Patrick, huh? No idea what you're talking about. I do recall some loud-mouthed mercenary who hung out with the boys out there sometimes, but I haven't seen him in ages. Maybe he got himself hanged at last. I wouldn't know.
Alright.
Your boss. Who's that supposed to be?
Wouldn't you just love to know that? Yes, I can imagine. I don't see any reason why I should tell you.
There's this fellow with an eye patch. He's looking for you.
Everybody's looking for me. I couldn't care less. If that guy has some business with me, let him come here.
I don't believe a word you're saying.
Hey, it's true. I swear on my mother's grave.
Okay. He just lets me go, huh? Well, okay.
I won't be treated.
Patrick. I think ooh. I think I know who that might be, and we won't see him for a long time. But this ledge looks interesting. I wanna see if there's maybe anything cool here. There's a meadow knotweed. That's cool. There's a mine. Okay. I go into the mine. The door's closed. Did I thought I heard something. Take a peek. Oh, there's a skeleton. Yeah, I am not going in there. No thanks. Another meadow knotweed. I'm out. Oh, maybe I could try asking the bandits, but I doubt they would like that. I just hope that Cord will accept this answer. Do you know anything?
Hey, leave while you...
Okay. So yeah, once we push along Greg's quest, we can come back. We can challenge Dexter, and hopefully by then we'll be strong enough to actually be able to kill any of the bandits. Right now we sure aren't. I just heard a weird sound. Hopefully it's nothing. Let's just go back. Tell the news to Cord. Hopefully hit a level up. And then I seriously don't know. Should I level up my two-handed? Should I... Well, I could level up my two-handed, leaving me 2 points. So that I can level up my smithing. Well, level up. Learn smithing. And we'll see.
Hey, you! I went to see Dexter.
300!
And?
There was no trace up there of your buddy Patrick. Dexter remembered him, but he said it had been ages since he'd seen him.
And you're sure that Dexter didn't lie to you?
No, I'm not. But this is all I can tell you.
I don't get it. He seemed to have vanished off the face of the earth. Well, you've kept your side of the bargain.
What about Torloff's test now?
Don't worry, you can go back to Torloff. Your task is fulfilled and you've passed the test.
Oh.
I told you I would take care of it.
Well, that's nice. Let's ask him then. Let's do it in the morning. Then we'll also learn a little bit of two-handed.
That's really not my problem.
So we'll get 19. Yeah, we'll need 2 more levels to be at a decent level.
Damn it.
What's up?
of two-handed fighting. I might have overdone it with strength just a little bit. Hopefully I'll find enough wolves and field raiders in the forests so I can level up. Where is he? Is he with the boys? With DJ Khalid? Yes, he is.
How's my reputation among the mercenaries?
Let's see. Wolf says he has nothing against you joining. Jarvis still isn't sure if you're on the right side. He doesn't want more people dancing to Silvio's tune. For that matter, neither do I. It's Cord's opinion that you first need to learn how to handle weapons better. Cypher says that you owe him a little favor, and that you know what that's all about. Sentenza will vote for you. He says you were a very reasonable man. Raul's against you. I think he can't stand you. I don't need to say anything about Silvio and Bulko. Those two morons are against everyone. Buster said you chickened out when he challenged you. That's not a good idea. Maybe you should go back to the outpost and challenge him. The rest of the mercenaries haven't said anything. You convinced most of them by passing the test. Even if Cord had a little hand in it. You have my vote in any case. There's quite a lot, but it still isn't enough.
Alright, so
You'll have to keep
it did
fighting
count.
with the boys for a while.
That's reassuring. So now let's go get two-handed. I'll lose 5 damage by switching back to the rusty axe. However, unless I can find a two-hander for sale,
That's all just
like
gossip.
45 or 50 strength.
Would you mind if I joined you?
Once you have passed the test, I shall vote for you.
I passed it already.
Well, that's all right then.
What weapon?
Only.
Okay, weapons. The lowest he goes is 60. Then 80 for a two-hander. Okay. See how it is?
That's no secret.
3,500 experience for the next level. It's not too bad.
Teach me how to fight.
I can teach you to use any weapon.
Let's go with two-handers, but...
You've become better already.
Wait, they, Oh, now he explains some of the stuff to me.
Teach me how to...
I can teach you to...
Why do I have to do this?
Teach me.
I can...
Okay, this isn't right. But... gotta do it like that. One more.
Teach me. I can...
Okay, now you have 19% two-handed.
You've become better already.
I will still use a one-handed sword though. Until the next level up.
What should I learn first? One-handed or two-handed combat?
Those two types of arms are rather similar. As soon as you reach the next level with one type of weapon, you automatically learn for the other as well. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner with two-handed weapons, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train with a one-hander. If you train with one type of weapon only, you'll find the training more exhausting. If you always train both, you'll arrive at the same result with less effort. In the end, the outcome will be the same either way. It's your choice.
Yeah, so... the more points you have in a skill in Gothic 2 with the DLC, the more it costs, and I think the way that the mechanic was supposed to work is if you level up two-handed, after a certain threshold, you also gain one-handed with it, but it becomes more expensive, and if you level up, let's say, first two-handed, then one-handed, then two-handed, then one-handed, they cost the same, but it just doesn't work. They get more expensive either way, so it really is inefficient to level up both types of weapons, as far as I'm aware.
What are the advantages of one-handed or two-handed weapons?
A good question. I see you've given the subject some thought. One-handed weapons are faster, but a little weaker. Two-handers cause more damage, but you can't strike as fast. Also, you need more strength to wield a two-hander. This means additional training. The only way to become really good is to invest a lot of effort.
That's the first I've heard.
Yep. Well, two-handers I think also have better range, so they got that. Now, there is this guy called Rod, and he has a heavy sword. He wants us to lift it, and I don't think I can. I'll see, but
How are things?
What do you want from me, weenie?
no, weenie.
Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons?
Listen, boy. It takes a lot of strength to wield a two-handed weapon. Why don't you slink off to the pasture for a game of ring around the rosy with the sheep?
It happens sooner or later.
I want to join the mercenaries.
There's no place for wimps around here.
There was no big deal.
I am strong enough.
Nonsense. You couldn't even lift a decent sword like mine.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I said I am strong enough.
Oh, you're killing me. Want to risk a little bet?
I bet I can handle your sword.
Really? How much should I relieve you of? Well, you look like a poor sucker. Let's make it 30 gold pieces.
I hope I can lift it. And it's not like 50 strength, because I have 49.
Sure.
Let me see then.
Here.
All right, let's see how strong you are.
About this strong.
Looks like you got me there. I never expected that. You really don't look like you have that much strength in you. Well,
I think it's bugged out.
I just lost 30 gold pieces. Here you are. Now give me back my weapon.
Well, we can give him back his weapon. Or we can beat him up while he's without it.
I think not.
What was that?
I think I'm going to keep it a little longer.
Just you wait, you bastard.
They're smashing each other. Don't take any crap.
His armor is tough, but
Don't take any crap.
should count.
Show him who's boss. Show him who's boss.
I had to beat him up anyway. He's one of Silvio's men. Not worth looting. Can I keep the sword? Rod's two-hander. 40 damage, 30 strength. I think it's better than the axe. I mean, it looks cooler. I might use it a while. I lose 5 damage, but come on.
Don't you try that again.
Wait a minute.
What was that?
All right, you win. What do you want?
How's it going?
I'm curious to see whether they'll let you join.
Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons?
I'm not a bad fighter, but that doesn't mean I'm a good teacher. Still, I think I can show you the basics of two-handed combat anyway. That is, if you give me back my sword.
It's exactly what I said. Better watch out.
I want to join the mercenaries.
So what about handing me my sword back first, eh?
Alright. Alright.
Here's your sword
Give me
back.
XP for it.
Time, too.
Can you...
I'm not a bad fighter. Still, I think I can
Nothing you can do about it.
Okay, so now he can teach me too.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Okay, I don't carry grudges. You can fight, and that's what counts. Most of the lads here think nothing of a little brawl amongst friends. You'll get used to that. As far as I'm concerned, you're in.
I wasn't ever really concerned with Rod, but hey, he seems like an okay guy after all. Now, Raoul is a bit of a poo-poo head. Don't really like Raoul. damn it, the game crashed. I just hope that my saves are alright, because we did quite a lot today. Let me check real quick. I click through all the okays. Go. And oh, it works. It just works. It seems like maybe the game is running out of memory after about an hour and a half of playtime, because that's exactly what happened last time. But I just don't know. Well, in any case, we gotta beat him up again.
That isn't true. There's no play. Tell me that isn't true.
I'm staying.
About
And there's more.
Oh.
There's.
Oh my god.
Show him who's boss.
By the way, while you have fists out, you can't really block weapons. I mean,
Holy shit!
try blocking a sword with your bare arms, you know?
Holy shit!
The guys seem to be impressed.
Holy shit!
Also get him up to a wall. He moves out. Or not, he just stays there now. I can whack him. There you go.
Not bad.
And then we can talk to Raoul. Come on, get up, Rod. Not a bad fella.
That's really not my problem.
don't you try that again.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait a minute. All right, you win. So what? Here's your sword back. High time, too. I want... Okay.
Do you really think?
How are things? What do you want from me, weenie? How's it going? I'm curious to see whether they'll let you join. Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons? I'm not a bad fighter, but that doesn't mean I'm a good teacher. Still...
Nice.
It's all just gossip.
Now let's save. And Raoul.
Easy as that.
Kick.
Hey.
What do you want this time?
Was his decision, wasn't it?
Hey, you.
What do you...
That's no secret. Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too nice to you so far, haven't I?
Oh my god.
He is a trained fighter, I think.
Defend yourself.
He sometimes does two swipes.
Show him.
Even so, I think I can still beat him.
Let that be a lesson to
Unless he crits. Do I wanna... Nah, I'll let him be for now. Actually, you know what? Next time we can go and kill some animals, level up our two-handed, get some of that skill going so we can, instead of 1 in 10 hits, deal some decent damage, I don't know, 1 in 3 hits or so, because that's a way better chance, right? So, yeah, this will be it for today. Still have something to do, some things to do, but yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again, as always. Have a nice day, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.